All right. So let's look at the warm-up for Wednesday. It says, Amy is training for a half marathon. In practice, she runs 2 miles in 15 minutes. If she continues at the same rate, how many miles can she run in 1 hour? Show your math thinking and explain your answer. So, I've got to think, what's my first ratio? Brianna? 2 miles in 15 minutes. So we need to know how many miles she can run in 1 hour. Can I put hour here? No. If this is minutes, this also has to be minutes. So how many minutes are in 1 hour? Ava? 60. So then now I have miles to miles and minutes to minutes. So how do I get from 15 to 60? Brianna? Times 4. And so 2 times 4 is 8. 8 miles in 60 minutes. So 8 miles per hour. 8 miles per hour is my answer. So it says, show your math thinking and explain your answer. So is that an explanation? Yes. Because I've shown exactly what I've done. I've changed the 1 hour to 60 minutes. I multiplied by 4. I multiplied by 4. And word problems have words in the answers. That says 60 miles per hour. Wow, that's a really messy. Per hour. All right. Let's look at the next problem. Shelley saw a coconut at 27 feet above sea level. She saw a shell at 4.5 feet below sea level. What is the distance between the coconut and the shell? Show your answer and explain your reasoning with a picture or a number line. So, sea level we normally show with a what kind of number line? What's this one called? Vertical. Sea level, where the water is 0. 27 feet. Up here, open number line. Do not draw 27 little lines. That doesn't make sense, does it? And so this is 27 feet above sea level. And a shell is down here at 4.5 feet below sea level. How far apart are they? So, to get from the coconut down to sea level, how many feet is that? 27 feet. And then to go from 0 to 4.5 is another 4.5. And so you have to add those together or subtract them. Add. You go this far and then you go this far. So I did see a problem with how to add numbers with decimals, which was the first thing we learned this year. Make sure you line up your decimal points. 5, 1, 31.5 feet. Between the coconut and the shell. And that's all you need to have for answer number 2. You do need to have a picture or a number line. And then you need to show your answer. All right, any questions on the warm-up? No? All right, let's look at the guided practice for today's lesson. That's going to be page 280. Look in your math book, get page 280 out. All right, the guided practice on page 280, number 1 says, the directions are write each percent as a decimal. So 27%, what is 27% as a decimal? Anybody remember how to turn that into a decimal? Talon, what do you think? 2 places to the left and it becomes 27 hundredths. Anything else that we have to do with that? Do you simplify a decimal? No, that's it. That's all there is to it. All right, 15% is 1,500. 4%. Now this one is one that can make us make a mistake here. We've got to move that decimal 2 places. So what does that look like as a decimal, Michael? Yes. 0.04 or 4 in the hundredths place. 4% would not make sense as 40 hundredths. It couldn't be bigger than this. 4% is lower than 15%. So you have to make sure that it doesn't look like your decimal is too large. Write each decimal as a percent. So to change a decimal to a percent, what do we do? Yes. 2 places to the right. So 3/10 becomes what? 30%. Make sure if it's a percent that you write the percent mark. 82 hundredths becomes 82%. And 51 hundredths becomes 51%. Number 7, about 7 hundredths of the human body is water. What percent is equivalent to 7 tenths of the body is human water? What percent is equivalent to 7 tenths? Put that down. How many places do we move that decimal? 2. What's the percent? 70%. These aren't trick questions. All right, so you are responsible for completing page 281, all of the problems. All of the problems on 281, and then on the back, skip 14. You can mark off 14. You do have to do 15, 16, 17, mark off 18, and do 19. So skip 14 and 18 on the back. When you get done, you can work on IXL, and if you don't have any IXL to do, you can come and see me, and I'll find you something else to do. All right, come see me if you have any questions.